Good evening to everyone. This is Mareesha, CEO at the Wedding School, extending a very warm welcome to everyone who's joining me here on Insta and Facebook, absolutely live. Well, it is Friday evening. I don't know about different parts of the country, but at least in Mumbai, it is pouring and how. To be very honest, I'm not a major fan of the rains. I don't enjoy the drizzle. I'm okay to have my evening chai with some nice bhajiyas, but that's about it. If I am caught outdoors in rains, I have never enjoyed it, either as a schoolgirl or when I was in college or the times that I used to travel for my events. That's just not me. So, not that I'm enjoying the lockdown sitting at home, but I definitely am blessed, like most of us, that we are stuck at home. So at least I don't have to go through the ordeal that Mumbai roads offers us. So I think it's been a very heavy duty monsoon in the last week that we have experienced. A lot of us have, of course, got used to it by now. That gone are the days when we were very sure that by first week of June we would start experiencing monsoons, and it would stay put as a constant at least till about mid-September. I think the last 2 years we have not exactly seen those kind of monsoons. Monsoons have only kind of trickled in by third week of June, and I guess we all as citizens of the world are responsible for whatever we are experiencing. And of course, the virus itself, I think, is testimony to a lot of things not done correctly by a lot of us. So learnings over there is probably, at least we could help the next generation get a little more sensitive on this front. I think our generation has just gone by and got so consumed in the power game, in the power of money and the sense of achievement, that we have not realized at what cost it's coming. And for those who realize the cost at which it's coming, have probably just ignored that point because they knew the monetary gains against that is much higher. So a big hello to everyone on Facebook as well. Preeti is here and Hyacinth is here. Hi, big hello to you. And for everyone who's joining me on Insta as well, big hello. Once again, I mean, a wave back to everyone who's kind of just logging in and is writing to me. Of course, today is a very touchy topic. We as members of the event industry have always loved the highs and lows that we experience. No event has actually brought stress in our lives. No matter how much we complained about it over the years, that events is getting too stressful. It's I think the third or the fourth most stressful profession in the world, and we did make a big hue and cry about it. But I think I would be talking on behalf of everyone from the event industry, whether he's an artist, he's a business runner, he's a team member, she, I mean, let's be fair, or she is a freelancer, a consultant, anyone in the biggest and smallest form who has lived the life of an event manager or an event personnel is right now facing a very weird situation. Some of us have been able to accept it. And some of us are still grappling and not ready to accept that a lot has changed. And that has to do with the fact that we are experiencing sort of anxiety and tremendous amount of mental hardship, stress, you could say, for some of us. And that has to do with no event. Now, no event is something that we as part of the industry have had a very successful run over the last 5 years. I would say concretely we have been just moving up in the ladder, whether it was corporate events or weddings. And today I feel the need to talk about this, not just as a representative of the wedding school, which has always taken an opportunity and almost every Friday been out there, not just in lockdown, much beyond that, only to reach out to young minds who want to be a part of the industry, only to reach out to the young talent that is already a part of the industry. But everything for me has always revolved around weddings. Today, the reason I choose to talk about the no event stress is because I have obviously been, in touch with too many people over the last few months, and particularly the last few weeks may have been splendid for us at the wedding school. And for those students who've joined us, and we have a great strong batch of 35 students who are with us, I think, I've seen happiness and joy in our lives and our space. I have also equally experienced a lot of my very close friends from the corporate space, even the wedding space, who are kind of experiencing sleepless nights, anxiety, and that has to do with the fact that there is no event. So you have the opportunities that you need to try to encash on. You need to hold yourself really strong, and how you're going to deal with the no event stress becomes a very, very imperative topic to touch upon, only with the hope that it's just going to help push you a little more, get you out of the I'm sulking and I'm not happy with my life space, and just get you into a space of, let me set the stage on fire. So it's really important that you spend this time in evaluating what you're good at. It is very important that you utilize every single day well divided between something that is going to help you grow professionally, and at the same time spend equal amount of time on something that is just meant for the heck of it. And this is a shout out to a lot of us who are not full-time employed, because the ones who are blessed and have a job, luckily the day has just been going by, because most of the work for event companies, for wedding planners, is also through their laptops. Not going to office, not being on site becomes a downer, but it does not mean that they have too much time to think, analyze, reflect, which a lot of us as consultants and freelancers are experiencing, the vacuum. Now, for you to be able to deal with that vacuum, it's a very simple process. Like I was suggesting, you can try this out. Actually make a timetable, and go back to being a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old. Now, when you were a child, I don't know whether you made a timetable. Well, my parents did make me make one. So, and I'm making my son do that. So when you're small, there is no major agenda in life, right? But you still feel very excited that, oh my God, I actually have a schedule that I need to follow. Make a schedule just to feel good, okay? Even if that means waking up at 8 in the morning, spending time in probably reading up a newspaper or catching up on news on, any of the portals around. Have that in that schedule of yours, sipping your chai and coffee, have that in your schedule. Then you want to spend probably another half an hour in just probably catching up with some, family members, trying to help them with what they want to do. Have that in your schedule. If you're the one who has been told to wash the bartan at home, put it in that timetable. I'm telling you, you're just going to fill up your day, and mentally you're going to feel far more relaxed. Once you have done your daily chores, you then need to get into your breakfast, making your breakfast, putting that on schedule. Try and do these things so that you know what you are achieving, for a day. Even if you want to watch a movie because there's nothing much you are doing, please feel free to add that as well to the schedule. So 12 to 2, I'm just going to be watching a movie. Great. I'm going to be catching up on news. Okay, fine. That's good. I just want to listen to music. Okay. Or I want to take a nap every day at 12 o'clock. I've started falling asleep because I'm awake all night. No problem. As long as it's there and you're looking forward to a timetable, you will feel a little better. What will also happen is you will realize how much time you're giving into your binge watching and TP giri and whatever. You will automatically start analyzing am I getting too much into it? Do I want to attend, some kind of a webinar? I know we're all tired of it. And like my friend Umesh from Wow Entertainment keeps cracking a joke that Mareesha is only busy with webinars. But, and he's planning to do a webinar on burtan washing, that's a little joke and banter we have. I know a lot of you have got sick and tired of webinars. Don't attend event-related webinars is my suggestion for a few weeks until I come up with Wedded Knowledge Flicks Season 2. But on a serious note, spend that time in actually attending, say, something that has to do with, a little more worldly feel in terms of books, in terms of music. I mean, these are the two basics that I can think of. Enroll for an online dance class or a music class. You have people who are actually engaging, and even football classes. You can't learn football online, but they're actually calling in coaches to just do some kind of life coaching to the child and the parent, talking about how sportsman spirit can actually, build your confidence more and make you a better human being. So there is so much available, guys, but you need to put that on schedule. Don't go randomly on Facebook or any of the portals that you kind of follow and you see that somebody is going live, so I'll go live. No, have a purpose to doing it. Write down things that you liked from it. Then start analyzing that, if I had not got into events, what would I be doing, right? And then try to explore that. I know so many people who've explored getting, kind of pursuing their hobby of painting. It's a major stress buster. It has also helped a lot of people realize that they are good at something which they had left behind. So feel free to experience that newness in your life. Feel free to experience something that was a part of your life. I saw some theater workshops, and in spite of my schedule being so tight and having to run, the enterprise that I have, I was still tempted, and I plan to. Next month, it's my birthday, so that's going to be my birthday treat to myself. I plan to enroll for a theater workshop. The idea is to just break the monotony so that you take away your mind from the shortfalls, the not so good days, the financial issues that you're facing. Now, this is a good diversion. It is also a constructive use of your day and your time. And that is one aspect. The other aspect that you need to focus on is the finances. Please stop being dependent on your parents. It's a very easy way out that I'm staying with them. And my dad's working, so my freelancing job has stopped, or my company's asked me to go on a non-paid sabbatical leave, which has happened with a lot of us, let's face it. No problem. If that has happened with you, you need to understand and find avenues from where you can make that money. And you belong to the digital generation. It is not that challenging for you to find ways to do it. And you need to understand that whatever you pick on, you've got to give it your 100% because it's going to last you. It is something you can rely and depend on for a much longer point in time of your life. So make that a conscious effort. Don't just rely on family, because Indian parents are very nice, Beta tum kuch mat karo, hamare paas sab kuch hai. These are all things that are good to hear. But think of it, if you were already married or you were not staying with your parents, how were you going to manage in the lockdown, right? So be a little harsh as well whilst you're watching Netflix and chilling on some good music like I was suggesting. Also be a little harsh on yourself. Keep getting back yourself to reality and learn to balance your day. So, 16 hours in a day is a lot of time that you have to kill. And if you've not worked actively, either physically or mentally, you're going to find it difficult to kill those 8 hours of sleep as well. So keeping this in mind, you need to look out for avenues that can help you earn money. And I can for sure tell you there are quite a few. I'm just going to take a little pause and say hi to Amrita. Hi, Amrita. Amrita is a wonderful choreographer. And I do keep seeing your lovely work and videos, Amrita. The best thing about a choreographer is that they have the opportunity to not just start on dance classes, they also have the opportunity to use this time to create some wonderful piece of work that actually can get implemented once things open up. I think virtual events for corporates have opened up. Virtual events for social events has started opening up. We are not discussing how much the client and we as planners enjoy the process. Sometimes you just got to find joy in the smallest of things, and you got to make things happen and work for you. So I'm sure, Amrita, you're using your time, and I'm hoping you're using that time to come up with some killer concepts which will look amazing when executed for a virtual event, and magnifying it the right way, adding up the right team to make it look spectacular when it's actually experienced live on stage. Shreya is also here. Hi, Shreya. I believe life is good for you, and I keep seeing your lovely pictures. You're by far one of the most glamorous girls that I have seen in our event space. And keep going. I'm just going to say a little hello to people here. Yes, you can please keep sharing your comments here, and also let me know how is it that you are using your time. Maybe all of us can learn something from it. I have one of our very dear colleagues from the events and wedding space who is helping his brother with photo shoots. And that's what I'm saying. Use that digital space. You have so many people who have engaged in your professions, and they are looking at it in a very, very new perspective. Just keep in mind, you have to change with time. I think I have bored you all on Friday evenings insisting on this. But sometimes I feel when you reiterate a point too often is the time when it is kind of heard and understood in the right sense, with all honesty and seriousness. So investing your time in changing with time, if that means investing a little bit of money, go ahead and do it, but plan something for the coming 12 months. I'm not saying events are not going to happen. They're very much going to happen. But it's a great eye-opener sort of a thing, especially for a lot of us who are freelancers or with, probably a semi-in-house team, you can say, which is a team out of convenience that they give us first priority over anyone else, but they are not on your payroll. So for people like you, it's highly recommended that you find another trick, another profession, another line of work, which ideally is not directly connected to events. You can't put all your eggs in one basket, as they say. So it is recommended for you, and this is not meant for anyone who is just 1 or 2 years in this industry. For you, I'll just say take it easy, but start doing some kind of coaching. If you are good at your workouts, you can start doing that. Even for the people in your building, just call them to a Zoom party, charge them something nominal, get started. Just do something to make some kind of money. If you're good at painting, like I said, or you're good at playing the guitar, or you're a singer, please use this time in using that and trying to encash on it. But if you've been a part of the industry for, say, more than 3-4 years at least, you're probably, say, in that age bracket of 25 to 30, you are now not going to be having the same attitude, I hope. And you're going to use that time really well. Kiran Shetty is here. Hi, Kiran. It's amazing how he puts up his name. Kiran, I swear I want to whack you. Kiran Shetty Planner. So, my lovely Swaha and TWS team that is here with me online, I'm sure they're having a good laugh at that lovely name that Kiran has given himself. But yeah, coming back, sorry for that switch, but he just manages to distract me every time. Like I was saying, you got to then... in that age bracket of 25 to 30, get into something more productive besides events that you can kind of rely on. That means going back to your family business, which you were not interested in doing. Try and reach out and go back to it. See how you can do value additions to that business. I know of someone who's been so enterprising and somebody who comes from a well-to-do family, okay? that he realized that people are not comfortable buying vegetables, right? Just going ad hoc and picking it up from the cart. So he started doing how you have your meal boxes with that quintessential, your rice and dal and chawal and whatever, the roti and everything packed and given to you. And the way McDonald's would probably serve that combo meal. So he has a combo tray which he is actually selling, which will have your basic ingredients which you need for every bit of cooking and 2 vegetables, right? So he's making these packages, and all you need to do is exchange your money for that little package, which is all sealed and sanitized well. The vegetables are washed enough, you can go back and clean them again. And he's made a business out of it, and he was not in anything connected to this, but he saw the opportunity that the restraint people are experiencing, the fear that they are experiencing. I'm adding comfort and I'm going to charge you for it. So people are ready to pay more because they know it is safer. So this is just one of the many examples that you can actually read about. The number of businesses that have got generated. It is not employment opportunities, but it is actually entrepreneurial opportunities that has stemmed out of this lockdown. So try it out with minimum investment, a lot of hard work, a lot of safety on your side, and you will be able to find something that is truly, truly right for you. How do you deal with the mental stress? Okay. And this becomes important because Sanchali is here. Hi, Sanchali. Sanchali, you are using your time so well. I think Sanchali is a wonderful anchor from Delhi and a real favorite. I just adore her. There are very few people who are very good human beings besides being good artists. She definitely comes in that block of people. And I was not really, you have those nights when you don't really sleep too well. And I was probably up at 4 a.m. and I saw that Sanchali commented on one of my stories. So I replied back. Only to go back, I didn't get sleep. I was awake until 6. And I just went back to check and I saw she replied at 6. And I was like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm preparing for my virtual event on the weekend. I have another little virtual event that I am curating for the evening. So I do my scripting work in the night. And I was like, dude, that's some gusto she's got, but she uses her time so well and productively. And it's not easy to anchor something which is connected to a certain industry. At least the old school anchors believed that it is beyond the outfit, that one must make her mark. So she's old school like me. She's not old like me, but yeah. So she does invest a lot of her time in studying up and reading up and of course, Sanchali, I have to come to Delhi and then we have to go to the hills and drive around as we had both discussed. So I hope that happens soon enough. Okay, a big hello to everyone who's joining us on Insta and still waving out to me. Okay, I'm also waving back at all of you. So sorry not taking names. I am just going to take, Palak is here. Hi, Palak. Please be rude with my son. It is very important because sometimes you are an effective teacher only if you're going to do it at the cost of sounding rude, but it's going to help him. So please go all out. Don't feel shy. Okay, Vivek is asking, are you taking interactive classes right now? I am not sure what you mean by interactive classes. If you are referring to something that goes online but is live, yes, we are doing that. We started our course last Saturday. Oh, what a wonderful batch we have. Amazing students, great potential. A lot of them with a good leadership quality already ingrained in them. A lot of them enthusiastic learners. And we had 2 sessions, and tomorrow I have my third class, my second class technically, but the third session for them. And we are going to be teaching them stages of wedding planning. And I'm so excited because that's like my favorite subject besides creativity. Planning is a word I'm obsessed with. So I like to make a plan even for the next plan. So that's how crazy I am. So yeah, Vivek, we do have our sessions which are live online, and obviously that we do keep it as engaging, I'll say, interactive only till where it's required, because at the end it's also about learning, but it is about everyone sharing their views. It is also about them getting to know more things, and that only happens if they are going to exchange banter with me. So it's a fun, interesting class, and I'm frankly, guys, enjoying the live online experience. I think there were people around me who had reservations about how effective it will be, but I tell you again, it comes to your ability to adapt, and I think we invested our time, our energies, our money at the right place, and we have created a product that will literally give everyone and is giving them the experience of being there live with me. So I'm kind of enjoying that, Vivek. Okay. People already in the wedding industry need any courses? Yes, I'm awaiting for a consent from my partner, actually, because I am very, very keen to actually create a course which I've kind of modeled out but not worked in detail. I am in the midst of it, and my idea is to create something that is going to help those who have spent 2 years and more into the wedding industry. The idea is that they either fund it themselves or the company decides to fund it. They are going to be able to learn 2 new things which can be implemented with a new style of working. Everyone's talking about nothing's going to be the same again, nothing's going to be the same again. I do agree, but it is on you, the kind of opportunities you can pick out of it. So what existed last season will come back next year. It is just about today and this year getting added to that. So this is not going anywhere, right? And what was there last year is going to come back. So it's a 1+1 equation, and you got to be ready for both. You can't stick to your old school thinking this is what it is and I'm going to stick to my gut. It doesn't work. So I really intend to, and I think when we did Wedded, we did get that response that we should engage in doing something that is going to help improve the skill set of those who are already part of the wedding industry. In fact, a lot of my lovely friends who are freelancers also had written in to me that, we should be doing something for that community as well. So I did do one session on it, but I would love to take it on. So Ritik, you will hear about that soon, but not as soon. It's in the making, and I only want to come up with it when I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. Kiran is writing, for time being, I got into ppkids. Very good. Gloves, mask, sanitizer. In short, all essential things that you require for COVID. That's excellent, Kiran. And kudos to you. That again becomes a very, very interesting learning for a lot of us. Guys, either it's related to COVID and the solutions. You can also volunteer to help some of our friends from the fraternity who are doing so well. Rahul Gomes is doing so phenomenal, such phenomenal work as far as creating spaces which can actually work as quarantine sessions and recovering spaces. It is a very tricky space because your family has to agree and trust that it's going to be fine. There is no guarantee, but I'm sure that all kinds of precautions are taken care of. So it's on you what you want to deal with. I'm sure what Kiran does, he doesn't need to necessarily hand over a kit. So he's probably, become a supplier for something like that. So go out there and reach out and find your options. Try to partner with someone who's doing it well. That will only happen when you are networking with a purpose. Don't just sit to like Insta pictures, guys. Just move beyond it and use these portals, because I can tell you they work wonders. There is power in them. There is opportunity inside that little damn thing, but you got to understand and learn to encash it. Jay is here with us. Nothing is bad at this time. Jay, of course, you may not be complaining, and I hope not. Jay is our student from the current batch, and I'm very sure that, Jay, you're going to use your time. I believe the assignment itself is going to keep you very, very busy. So Girish is here on Facebook. Hi, Mareesha, rocking as always. Thank you, Girish. I hope you're doing well. I'd love to know what are you up to and how are you using your time, and you had a shop. Are you still running that, or have you closed that down temporarily? Talk back to me. Palak, I already said a hello to you and a hello back. And S. Vivek is here. Hi, hello G. Hello, 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 and namaste to you. And assignments are best. I am so glad to hear that. Oh my God. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's such a great way to, learn something, implement. Sometimes try to implement without learning. Only then you will understand how is it the best way to sort of apply what you have learned thereon. So those who are my students will understand what I'm talking. For the rest of you, it just might sound a little like Latin and Greek, but that's really my style of teaching. But I'm kind of enjoying that space. So my last tip will be to, when I say use your time well, like I said, make that timetable, look out for opportunities. The world is right there in your phone. Find your own talent, spend time in using that well enough to either make it lucrative or just to consume your day. And last but not the least, the best way to get rid of the no event stress, which I have been trying out, because I don't feel stressed, because luckily I have a lot to keep me busy. I do miss it. So my best way is when I don't take much of pictures, frankly. I regret that. I think from the coming season, I'm going to make sure that I am taking photographs, or at least going to request one of my team members whose only job is to take pictures on my behalf, because there are such amazing stories and memories that you go back to when you see a photograph from one of the events that you've done. So I'm too consumed in orchestrating everything right that barely have had the opportunity to take pictures. But whatever little I had, I like going back to it. And don't get depressed watching it. Look at it to feel happy. Recount that moment. Call up somebody who you see in that photograph, whom you've probably not been in touch with. Check on their health. Check on them. See what are they up to. Try and go back to that event, evaluate your performance. I know it's boring, guys, but it is going to help you get into better shape and become a stronger player. Analyze your performance. I'm sure for the freelancers, you all were so busy making money, you all never asked any of the wedding planners for their feedback. A hotel always asks a planner for their feedback. We ask our clients and our guests for feedback. The artist immediately after the event comes, and first thing he asks is, how was it? Although he knows he's done a good job. But somehow the consultants and freelancers never ask us for feedback. So maybe it's a good time. You could make a few calls. It'll be a good networking PR activity. You'll also be able to analyze your work and take feedback and see what is it that you probably want to get better at. For those who keep saying, मैं production वाला बंदा हूँ, मैं production वाला बंदा हूँ, अब देख लो भाई. Production alone, physical is not enough. You need to get your game up in technology. So do that. Become stronger, that if there is only a limit of getting 10 to 15 team members, you want to be in that list. How are you going to do that? You're going to work towards it, right? So find that core strength of yours, analyze your performance of last 2 years, speak to people who hired your services, and improve on yourself as a human being and as a player. And add up to your abilities, and that is how you'll be so ready. Time will go by. You'll feel more confident. You will not have the no event stress. You will be then suddenly anxious that there's so much I need to learn. I need to up my game. And I think that will definitely help you, put your best foot forward when the time is right. So prepare for that time. And analyze things. If you also get into more of your observational traits, human behavior, there's so much that you can look up in terms of online. I like studying different styles in which people talk, and how they evolve in their styles. So it's just me today subconsciously, but I like to put that to good use, and it just happens naturally because there was a time when I made an effort, then it became a part of me, and now it's an extension of me. So use this as a trick. You just might be able to experience a more happier space, a no event happy space, and not no event stress. Pranav is here. He's saying, great to hear you always. Thanks, Pranav. How are you doing? I am sure that, the line of work that you belong to, कुछ ना कुछ तो खिचड़ी पक रही होगी, कहीं ना कहीं कुछ तो चल ही रहा होगा. And I'm waiting to see, Pranav, how you and your team are going to fit into the virtual space. Although हम लोग जितनी भी बात करें virtual space की, guys, please be aware that events में जितने लोग virtually attend कर रहे, physically भले 50 हो, virtual पे you have the gamut for you. So start ideating, okay? Whilst you have people who are working on set design and all of that is great. There's going to be a demand for a lot more to help people attending these virtual events experience it and enjoy it. Like I mentioned last Friday, that we're working on something that's been on our radar for a long time, and I'm actively into that space, and that has to do with the virtual space. And oh my God, am I excited, and how could not have timed it better and could not be more relevant than now. So, seize the opportunity and preempt a bit of the future. Don't just think about today. And of course, breathe. So relax as well. I'm not trying to say go out there and run around, but breathe, but also watch out. Good balance of the two is going to keep you happy in the no event stress experience that you may be experiencing right now, but it's not going to last you long. So good luck to everyone. Kajal is saying she wants more homework. Okay, girl, I'm giving it to you. Ab tum log gaye. Okay. For everyone else who was with us on Insta, thank you so much for joining us. I am not going to call out names because ek bulati hu, fir dusra nahi bulati hu, and I kind of mess up there. Satish is saying, I have some inquiries regarding your school. Very happy, Satish Z.1993. I'm repeating it so that my team can make a note of it. And my team will be very happy to get in touch with you if there is any kind of query that you have. And we have, of course, been getting a lot of invitations from a lot of people around the country for opening wedding school in their respective cities, especially in South, and I'm quite excited. Not discussing that over here, of course. Anjali is saying hi, hello to you, and hello to everyone else who's waved out. So guys, breathe. Watch the series as well. Breathe. I've just watched one episode. I'm sure most of you have knocked off the whole thing. But for those of you who want to feel a little charged up and want to feel and get your power back, your ambition back, and all of it, watch Billions. Okay, that's like a must see for people with thoda sa. You know what I mean? So for those of you who know me, people like me, and watch Billions, it just brings, gets me so charged up, even if I'm watching it at midnight, that I'm going to get there. I'm going to get more powerful. So it's nice to just, keep watching these kind of things and not just sulk about it. So watch Billions, Axelrod, amazing character. Somebody that I would, I don't know. I don't see myself there, but yeah. And of course, enjoy the weekend. Make your timetable over the weekend if you've still not done it. Even if that means watching Breathe, please put in your calendar and your timetable. But make a timetable. It'll just bring about so much excitement in your life. And from Monday, get started. Tomorrow and on Sunday, you can just chill, enjoy yourselves, and enjoy the wonderful weather if you are in a city where the weather is good, and get started on Monday morning. And we will connect again next Friday, and I would love to know your remarks for those of you who actually tried out my timetable funda, and for those of you who watch Billions. And I'll chat with you next Friday. Happy as ever, but sad to sign off. This is Mareesha from the Wedding School. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great time.